Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to my recap of season 1, episode 2 of Love Is. So before we jump into the recap, I wanted to go over a few things with you. Number one, I am exhausted. I am so sleepy. So my apologies in advance if I ramble or if I forget someone's name or if I take a pause because my brain is trying to go to sleep. But I wanted to keep my commitment. I said that I was going to post these videos and make sure they were up by Wednesday morning. So I had to do them on Tuesday night. So it's pretty late right now. So again, my apologies in advance. The other thing is if you haven't watched episode 1 or episode 2 of Love Is, go ahead and stop me now. Why? Because this is a spoiler alert and I don't want to ruin the show for you. So if you haven't watched either of the episodes, don't watch this. But please come back and watch the video once you watch the episodes because we're really talking about this show and I really want to hear your thoughts. So please do come back. And the last thing, same as last week, I did jot down some notes again. I will say that I didn't jot down as many this week, so I may or may not look down as much. But I wanted to kind of just let you know that so you won't be like, what is she doing? So again, I'm excited that you guys are here. And without further ado, let's get into the recap. So I don't know about you guys, but this episode made me feel some kind of way. I was kind of watching it and I had like several levels of emotions while watching it. So I don't know how you guys felt, but you can share that with me in the comments. But so we start with our girl Ruby, of course, giving Nasir like this thing he was praying because it's Ramadan and she just kind of was looking at him like she's so disgusted with him. And then it kind of cuts to him calling his homeboy and kind of telling him about his and Nuri's night out, and he basically tells his boy that he's fell for her and that he's in love with her, and his boy is just kind of like, somebody hire you like broke as a joke, doesn't even have anywhere to live, and still pulling the honeys. And I will say this really quick. One of the things I really like about this show is that Yasir, and Nuri both have good friends who are very honest with them, and we all need that. And I know I have some, so I think it's really good that they have these friends that would just kind of tell them like it is. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we go to like the sun, just right when the sun comes up, so it's probably like 5 o'clock in the morning, and Yasir calls Nuri, and I mean you can tell she's like knocked out, and of course he tells her that he loves her again, and she also says it too, but she's basically just like exhausted, so they end up getting off the phone. So then Nasir is sleeping, and you look, and Ruby's just kind of sitting there looking at him like drinking her coffee, and then she starts like slurping her coffee, which was kind of annoying, which clearly was annoying because he woke up and then he's just kind of looking at her. And so they kind of have a little chit chat, but then she asks him for a favor, and she basically asks him to go out to dinner with her and someone who's opening up a yoga studio, and so she may be able to do the yoga. And so then of course he agrees because I think even though it's pretty clear that he doesn't want to be with her anymore, he has a sense of loyalty to her, and so he wants to help her. So he's like, absolutely, I can do it. Well, then she says that the dinner is going to be tomorrow night, which is the night of the concert that he's supposed to go to with Nuri. So he tells her that, and of course she kind of makes a face, and then he's like, but I can come by for drinks and then I can leave. So if at first she tries to kind of like say, just forget it, but finally she concedes and is like, okay, that's fine. So then she asks him to help her pick out an outfit to wear because she likes the clothes he picks out for her. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. So they go into her bedroom, and she roughly has on like no clothes, and she's trying on these different clothes. He's zipping her up or whatever, and so it's basically like she is trying to kind of throw herself at him. So once they decide on an outfit, he tells her the dress she should wear. She basically tries to have sex with him, and he kind of pushes her away and tells her that she's right, he really should leave. And so of course she's upset, and she tells him not to come to dinner. Another part, and another thing that I thought was really cool about this episode is that Nuri kind of like makes it big. She ends up getting into this club that's like the It Club, I think, for like famous actors, directors, writers, and she gets to go. And so she's kind of recapping this on the phone with Nasir. And what I really loved is that he was genuinely happy for her. He's like listening to her, he's smiling, he's giving, saying nice things, and he really was for her and excited for her for this. So I thought it was really cool. So again, they're on the phone and they're having this moment. In the middle of them having this moment, of course, they both say, I love you again. Prior to Nuri saying, I love you, she basically is just like, don't hurt me, and he's, basically telling her, like, basically, I'm not, like, I meant what I said. Well, then he hears someone, like, coming in the door, which, of course, we know it's Ruby. So he roughly just says, I gotta go, and hangs up the phone. And she's kind of sitting there holding the phone like, what happened? Like, we were having this moment, and he just kind of hangs up the phone. So then let's just kind of fast forward to they can't connect. Like, he's trying to call her. He can't get her. He leaves a message. She can't get him. Well, my boyfriend, Kadeem, who I'm still a little shaky on him, basically comes in and says due to Marvin being able to host the Source Awards, they've got to work and do a new show. So basically she's going to miss the concert. And so they kind of go and do that. And then the day of the concert, she's kind of sitting at work, and she's really sitting there like trying to figure out, is she going to go to the concert? Because she really wants to go. Although she hasn't heard from him at all, but she really just feels like she wants to be there. In the meantime, Nasir is over to his boy's house because his boy finds him in like a parking lot sleeping in his car. And his boy is like, you should just sell these tickets. Like, the concert is sold out. You can make money. You need to like try to make it work with Ruby, and just basically telling him that you're kind of just going off of some girl that you've had like one date with. And you're saying you're in love, but you need to kind of focus on, the right thing to do, which is to try to get back to Ruby, because Ruby has a house, Ruby has a phone, etc. And then on the other side, Nuri has her homegirl, Angela, pretty much basically saying the same thing, like, you just barely met this dude, so you're in love with him. Your main focus should be work. This is your job. We've worked hard to get here, so this is where you should be. So it's kind of like they both got these people like talking to them, telling them that this just may not be the thing for you to do. Like, is this really real? But for whatever reason, they both feel strongly that they should be together. So of course, Nasir is like, I'm not selling my ticket. I'm going to the show. And then Nuri is trying to figure out a way to leave work. Now, this is a big show. This is her dream job. And they're not through filming the show, but she wants to leave the show because she wants to be at the concert with him. So she finally convinces her friend, Angela, to help her out and to help her be able to leave the show. And so she leaves the show, and right when she leaves the show, she runs into Will, which is like one of her side pieces. And, she asks him like not to tell on her, and he kind of gives this little sob, woe is me story about that he's gonna basically be better, and then she's gonna figure out she should have been with him. And Nuri really doesn't care. Like, she's just trying to get to Nasir. And so she finally leaves. Nasir's sitting there. He's the last person outside, and he's kind of thinking that she's not coming. And this man comes up to him and asks him about did he have an extra ticket. And like right when he's getting ready to sell the ticket, she comes up and calls his name, and he sees her. And you can just tell they both kind of want to be there and want to be together. And so they basically walk into the concert. So that's the rough idea. I am pretty sure I may or may not have missed some things. If I did, feel free to discuss it in the comments. Because again, like I said, I'm tired. But I have two questions that I want to ask you guys, and I want you to respond to me in the comments. So my first question is, do you really believe in that kind of love? Do you think that two people can like have just one night out and talk maybe, 4 or 6 hours and really be in love and really feel that they're in love? It's kind of, I guess, do you believe in love at first sight, or what do you believe? And I kind of wonder what you guys think. I'm not really sure. I would love for that to be true. I think, as I've told you guys, like, I love love. I'm a hopeless romantic. So I would love for that to happen to me. I would love to meet somebody and we have a talk and I feel that way. But I don't know if that's true, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. My other question is, would you risk it all? I mean, Nuri really has only known this guy, I don't know, a week or so, or has it even been a while? I don't think it's been a week. It's only been a few days. And she leaves the job that she has worked hard for, that she's worked to get there, where she could possibly lose her job by sneaking out of work to go to this concert. So would you risk it all for someone like that? So I want you guys to answer those questions for me in the comments, and let's talk about it and kind of tell me what you think and what you feel. So I just want to say thank you again for watching this video. My apologies if it was rushed or if I did something kind of off. Like I said, I'm a little tired, but I'm also still trying to feel my way with doing these videos. So if you actually watched it to the end, thank you. Even if you watched the first few minutes, thank you again. I just really thank you for watching it and sticking with me. And like I said, I hope I get better every week. So I will see you guys next week where we'll talk about episode 3. And if you watch the previews, episode 3 is going to be pretty good. So I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.